Good Monday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And welcome to Keep Her Quick, your latest local news and weather commercial free in about 20 minutes or less. We're going to jump right over to weather because, Jefferson, a bit of a gloomy start to the work week.
Yeah, definitely a gloomy start to the work week. Clouds overhead. We are going to be looking at rain shower potential for today and additional rain showers in the coming days. As we take a look at your weather headlines, mostly cloudy skies and spotty showers on this Monday to go with below average daytime high temperatures all the way across the board. As we do go into Tuesday, we are going to be dry early in the day, but additional raindrops are going to be possible as we head into Tuesday evening. And then even as we look towards Wednesday and Thursday, more showers are going to be possible. It is going to be a rather damp start to November, to be sure. And then even after Thursday, there could be more shower chances on the way. But again, focusing on those clouds and those cool temperatures and those rain shower chances, those are all here to stay for the next couple of days. We will discuss that forecast coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Kennewick. Police are searching for a driver involved in a deadly hit and run Saturday morning. Officers were called just after midnight to Canal Drive near Lyle Street after reports of a woman lying in the roadway. Investigators say one driver heading west ran over the victim but immediately stopped and cooperated with police. That vehicle, however, it was not the one that initially hit her. Despite life-saving efforts, the 31-year-old woman died at the scene. Detectives are looking for a red or maroon SUV or truck with front-end damage, possibly a shattered left headlight or turn signal. Anyone with information or video from the area is urged to contact non-emergency dispatch. And a man is in custody after a violent assault yesterday morning at the Badger Canyon Apartments. Kennewick police say at around 2:30 a.m., a 35-year-old man forced his way into his ex-girlfriend's apartment armed with a knife and assaulted her and another man inside. Both victims were treated at a local hospital, and officers later found the suspect at his home and arrested him without incident. He's been booked for burglary, assault, and malicious mischief, all domestic violence-related charges. It was a busy weekend for Benton County deputies as they started it with a large underage drinking party that led to more than they expected. During the call, deputies found an intoxicated teen wandering through nearby yards. They say he dropped a handgun as they approached and later confirmed it was stolen. He was taken into custody for possessing a stolen firearm and underage drinking. Another young man from the same party was arrested for a suspected DUI and in a separate case, a traffic stop led deputies to a man hiding a white powdery substance in his pocket. A firearm was also found on the floorboard of that vehicle, and investigators discovered he was violating a domestic violence no contact order. That man was arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, and violating that order. Meanwhile, a man is in custody after being caught on camera breaking into a home under renovation yesterday morning. The property owner called 911 after spotting the man on security video. Benton County deputies surrounded the home with the help from K9 Sir Edward and ordered the suspect to come out, but he refused. Sir Edward was sent in and helped take the man into custody. The suspect was treated for a forearm injury and booked into the jail for residential burglary. And Benton County deputies were called to help Washington State Patrol early Saturday morning after an empty semi-trailer came loose on I-82 near Prosser. The trailer disconnected while the truck was moving, blocking a lane of traffic. Fortunately, no one was hurt, and a local towing company was called in to help clear the roadway. WSP is handling that investigation. A Tri-Cities man pardoned for his role in the January 6th riot has been sentenced in a separate federal case. Taylor Toronto of Pasco received time served and 3 years of supervised release after live streaming a bomb threat while driving through former President Barack Obama's Washington, D.C. neighborhood. Prosecutors say Toronto was also carrying 2 guns without a license and illegally possessed ammunition. He'll now be required to undergo drug testing and a mental health evaluation. The case wasn't directly linked to January 6th, but it got attention after 2 federal prosecutors were placed on leave for referring to that day as a riot in court filings. A revised sentencing memo later removed those references, including a Truth Social post by former President Trump that listed Obama's purported address, which Toronto shared. An electrical issue is being blamed for a fire that caused tens of thousands of dollars in damage in Walla Walla. Firefighters were called to a duplex under construction on Donald Street just after 3 Friday morning. Crews found smoke coming from the front of the building and had the flames under control in about 18 minutes. Officials say the fire caused around $75,000 in damage, sparked by extension cords that failed. No one was hurt. On to some shifting gears this morning. Two initiatives are gaining attention in Washington state. Both focus on parental rights and student privacy in schools. One dealing with the Parents' Bill of Rights, while the other focuses on transgender athletes in sports. KEPR's Jake Stevenson looked into the initiatives and breaks them down for us.
Back the Parents' Bill of Rights in its original form, called 2081, and roll back the changes the state legislature made to it in recent years, known as 1296, effectively removing certain powers that schools have to withhold sensitive information about their students.
Essentially sort of gutting the most important part of 2081, the initiative that we had originally filed. This is a pushback against this. It simply repeals all the garbage, the Frankenstein stuff they did with 1296, and restores the law to the original 2081. And the focus, of course, is that parents have a right to know.
Opponents argue the rights of students will be best protected by those changes made by the legislature.
Let's Go Washington brought it. The legislature adopted it and then adjusted it to make sure it was safe and in compliance with our non-discrimination practice, with what educators said they need to succeed, what families said they wanted, and I don't know why we're doing it again.
Another measure more directly addresses transgender students who compete in athletics. It would require a physician confirm a student's sex on their medical clearance to play for school sports, but some fear that this could endanger privacy.
People aren't trying to play sports to get some kind of advantage by being trans. And I don't see a medically necessary reason why an adult has to check my little girl's private area to be able to participate in sports.
It's required to state your sex. And all we're saying is the physician, through whatever method, we don't care, the physician makes that determination. If the physician's known the child for 6 years, and they don't need to do anything, check, fine, that's fine, right? They can mark it off. And we don't have anything in here that says, oh, you have to verify this with evidence of whatever, right? If the doctor signs off that they're a female, that's okay.
Both measures are not on the general ballot this November, but if they receive enough signatures, they would be sent to the state legislature, who could decide to vote on the measures or send them to the general election ballot next November for voters to decide. For Action News, I'm Jake Stevenson.
KEPR's Jake Stevenson, thank you. Switching gears to some election coverage, a Latina-led social justice group is working to increase civic engagement in the Lower Valley. Ella Adelante hosted a vote party in Sunnyside, encouraging community members to make their voices heard. KMA's Aiden Connor brings us there.
The AYA Vote Party in Sunnyside was a multi-purpose event, as participants were invited to celebrate Dia de los Muertos while also having critical conversations about voting in the upcoming election.
Well, what inspired the event, for one, is the fact that we always want to honor our beloved family members that have passed on, and so we wanted to do a community altar anyway. And we thought that this was going to be a really great way of bringing people together to honor our family, our loved ones that have passed on before, to contribute to the community altar, and at the same time do our civic responsibility, our civic duty of voting.
Executive Director of AYA, Maria Fernandez, says that there's a good vision in Sunnyside, but that it's a matter of voting for the right leadership.
Voting is critical. It is absolutely crucial. We know that Sunnyside has a lot of potential. There are also a lot of different issues. And if we want to make an impact on what those issues are in the most constructive and positive way, we have to have the kind of leadership that's listening to community. And so it's absolutely critical for people to get on vote if they want to see the kind of leadership that will address those issues.
Fernandez provided her thoughts on the current status of the Sunnyside councils and boards and what she would like to see in the future.
Well, we definitely need to see some change in the leadership. Right now, what we see in the leadership here in Sunnyside is just really dirty politics being played. Our community is suffering at the hands of a council that it's got its own agenda, and that agenda does not include a vision for the city that would make it a progressive, constructive, creative, innovative city for the residents. So we need to have the kind of leadership within the city, within the port district, within the school district, that actually has a vision for the city.
The vote party continued into Sunday and will finish up shortly at 7 p.m. at the Sunnyside Community Center. Reporting for Action News, I'm Aiden Connor.
KMA's Aiden Connor, thank you. And a reminder for all voters, ballots must be returned to available drop boxes by Election Day at 8 p.m. That's tomorrow, or postmarked by Election Day for your vote to count. A list of official drop box locations in Yakima County will be available up on KIMATV.com. And with that, let's jump right over to meteorologist Jefferson Donovan. Jefferson, we have a little bit of that blue, even some chilly blues on this map for today.
Yes.
Temperatures are starting to cool off, and as we work our way through the next few days, are we seeing any big changes in those temps?
No, we're going to stay below average for the next couple of days. Thursday might be a little bit warmer, but until that point, we are going to be looking at those below average daytime highs for the next couple of days. As we take a look at the high temperatures on this Monday, not only are we going to be cooler than average, there's going to be cloudy skies overhead and numerous opportunities for rain showers. Look for upper 40s to low 50s in the Tri-Cities today. Temperatures will rise into the upper 40s for the Yakima Valley this afternoon. Low to mid 40s coming for the Kittitas Valley today, with mid 40s for the Blue Mountain foothills again, as everybody does see mostly cloudy skies overhead today with that potential for some rain showers. Now, one thing I would like to note is it's going to be rain showers, or I should say we will experience rain showers at lower elevations, but through high terrain areas, some snow may fall. Now, these are 24-hour snow totals from this morning all the way through tomorrow morning. We could see up to around 5 inches of snow at White Pass, with 2 to 4 inches of snow for Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass. Now, of course, these snow totals aren't immense. I do believe our road crews will have a good handle on things today, keeping those roadways clear. But if you are going to be traveling over the Cascades through the next 24 hours, don't be too surprised if you do encounter some slippery spots out there. Now let's jump into the Storm Tracker Futurecast. As we do go into this afternoon around your 4 o'clock hour, widespread showers are going to be possible around the inland Northwest. As we go into Tuesday, we will be dry for a majority of the day, but by Tuesday evening, we are going to be looking at precipitation building back into our general forecast area. Heading into Wednesday, there is going to be more opportunities for rain showers region-wide. And then even on Thursday, we are going to be looking at a fair amount of shower activity around eastern Washington and northeast Oregon. So for today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, rainfall will be possible on all 4 of those days. Now, on none of those days do I believe rain will be falling throughout the day. But again, showers at times. All 4 of those days certainly in the cards, and below average temperatures for today and tomorrow, warming up a little bit on Wednesday, and then we really warm things up on Thursday. I'll have more on that tomorrow, but for right now, I'm going to toss it back over to Dave.
Thanks, Jefferson. A local nonprofit clinic is getting a big boost to help expand mental health services. Grace Clinic in Kennewick, which serves uninsured patients with medical, dental, and counseling needs, has been awarded a $40,000 grant from the Cambia Health Foundation. Out of 97 applicants, Grace Clinic was just one of 12 organizations selected. The funding will help provide around 800 counseling sessions.
We serve living in poverty, having no insurance is incredibly stressful. And so we see people who are really dealing with a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress in their life, a lot of depression. So it's really, we're just so happy to be able to help people who may possibly be struggling the most of people in the Tri-Cities.
Now in Benton County, there's only one mental health provider for every 350 people. In Franklin County, the ratio is 1 to every 720. A group of Hanford electricians found a creative way to celebrate the Halloween holiday, hitting the golf course in inflatable costumes. From chickens and unicorns to a toilet and sumo wrestler, the team turned their outing into a unique bonding experience. They say it made the game a lot more challenging.
Spending time with our coworkers outside of work, and we tried to make it harder by wearing inflatable costumes, and it's been eventful. You can't see, you have to deflate.
Now, the group kept the spooky season fun going at the IBEW Local 112 Trunk or Treat over the weekend. And the spooky holiday may be in the rear view, but the Salvation Army in Yakima is already looking ahead, holding their annual Toys for Tots event over the weekend. KMA's Aiden Connor was there and spoke with the organizers about the importance of donations during the holiday season.
The Salvation Army's Toys for Tots event in Yakima has been going strong for 47 years, with some new and familiar faces.
This has been going on for so long. A lot of the same motorcycle riders have been coming for years and years, since 1978. Truly, there's still some here today. And then some new riders that have come and joined us.
Bikers from all across the town donate a toy for those who need it most.
There's a lot of need in our community, and especially right now in our times. And just to provide a child with a brand new toy puts a smile on their face on that Christmas morning, and hope and dignity and a future to come.
This year, with Halloween coming just the day before the event, many in Yakima are patiently awaiting the Christmas season, and some are even starting to celebrate early.
Well, it's definitely our Christmas season all year long, but you're right. Yesterday was Halloween, didn't really think about it, but why not have, Christmas starting today? Of course.
The rain came down early Saturday morning in Yakima, but the toy run still saw a significant crowd, and the festivities spread beyond just the event site.
And we are just so appreciative of those that come and support us, whether they're riding a bike, just having, fellowship here. We have soup, we have coffee, and then we end the ride at Ray's on 3rd and Nob Hill. So if you're listening to this and you hear it soon, come see us.
Toys for Tots in Yakima brings much-needed collaboration in supporting and serving local children, and provides them with something special to look forward to this Christmas season. Reporting for Action News, I'm Aiden Connor.
KMA's Aiden Connor, thank you. And you can check out the latest episode in our bi-weekly history series, Roots of the Valley, wrapping up its two-part look at the ghost towns of the Kennewick Valley. Local historian Fred Kruger shares how Jonesville grew when coal transport was needed for Washington's west side and what remains of it today.
So word got out. Suddenly, they started core drilling down at the Masterson Ranch. People thought, my God, that's going to be where the town's going to be, the coal mining's going to be. So we have Kennewick City. Yes, we have a town. Even has its own newspaper. And core drilling continued. Finally, word got out. They found the Roslyn seam.
Now, Roots of the Valley, Jonesville is up now on the KIMA YouTube channel with all past episodes available to stream now. As a reminder, new episodes come out every first and third Sunday of the month. And that does it for us. Thank you for watching this episode of Keeper Quick. For more local news and weather, you can head over to our websites. That's keeperandkimatv.com, as well as our Facebook pages. But while you're here, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with our latest mini newscasts Monday through Friday. Have a magnificent Monday, everybody.